All right, guys. So welcome to Real Estate Friday. Today we do have a very special guest speaker and with a good product, a service that some of our agents are already using, and I think it's brilliant. It's really good. So I want to introduce you guys to them. It's from Reminder Media, and today we have Nolan Pierce is going to be talking to us and giving the presentation. So Nolan, how are you? Thank you so much for joining us today. What do you have for us?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. Is it okay if I do a screen share with you guys? Will that work all right?
Yeah.
Yes,
All
go
right.
ahead. Let me make sure that you can. Yep, go ahead. You got it.
Sweet. Okay, cool. So first off, thanks again for letting us jump in here. I'm going to keep things pretty brief. And if any of you have questions on this meeting, I'm going to give you some space to hit me with those. If you aren't real familiar with us, our company is called Reminder Media. We've been around for about 17 years. We work with a lot of people, but our main market is real estate. So we work with a lot of real estate agents. And I'm one of our marketing coordinators here. So I help out a lot of our clients and even set up some of the teams to be able to accomplish what we're looking to do for you, which is this. We are really big believers that if you're in real estate, no matter if you are brand spanking new, if you've been doing this for 20 years, top producer, struggling, wherever you're at, your ability to generate referral business and bring in repeat business, those are really good indicators of if you like being in real estate or not. I'll put it that way. Okay. So I'm going to show you a few statistics here that I think are helpful when thinking and planning through your business. So this is all from the National Association of Realtors and their data profile. They said last year, 53% of buyers and 67% of sellers found their agent either because that was someone that they had gotten referred to or as someone that they already worked with. Okay. So that means there's some relationship causing that person to go, all right, you're the one that gets my business. You're the one that gets this commission check. Now I'm going to give you on this meeting a pop quiz here. Okay. What percentage of sellers would you guess instead found their agent somewhere online? So they didn't get referred to them. They found them on Facebook, Google, realtor.com, Zillow.com, any one of those sources. What percentage of sellers would you guess found their agent there? I'll give you 10,000 points if you get this right. All right. Nobody wants to have the wrong answer. I get it. I see how it goes. It's sort of a trick question because most people are surprised. It's 5%. So usually I get guesses 30%, 40%, whatever. It's 5. So I'm a good example of this. I'm 27. Me and my wife just bought our first home about a year ago. I'm not in your area, so you're not allowed to be mad at me. And we went online to check properties. So we're perusing, okay, what can we afford? What do we like? This and that. When we wanted to find an agent, we did not just simply Google real estate agent, right? We did what everybody does. We asked our friends, we asked family, we asked neighbors, we made a short list of people, we found a great agent we could trust. Okay, and if you've been doing this long enough, you know, yeah, it's true. Most of my business is word of mouth. So the last stat I want to show you here is, does your budget reflect that knowledge? Is where you're spending your money congruent with how this business works? For most people, the answer is no. So NAR says 60% of agents do not spend a dime on what they would consider relationship building throughout the year, which sounds crazy. And it doesn't include things like postcards, email blasts, newsletters. Those things are good. It's just, you know, they're getting a lot of that stuff from a lot of different businesses. So this is more so in terms of doing anything unique, anything different for your clients. Most agents just don't do it. And that's not a dig. It's not like, how could you or anything. It's just, you guys, you get busy, right? You got a client today that needs your attention. If they're a buyer, you're showing them 50 properties. That's how it goes. But this is what we're trying to avoid. We don't want to see you driving down the street, going on the MLS, browsing through Facebook, and then finding out one of the clients you've served, one of your neighbors, one of your friends bought or sold real estate, and you're just finding out about it. We don't want that. That's really frustrating. Okay. And so this is our fix. This is our solution to that problem. We believe this is primarily a relationship-based business. It's not real revolutionary, I hope, but the idea is simple. If you show people that you care about them, if you do an excellent job of staying top of mind, you give them value, they know plenty of people they could refer you. There's plenty of opportunities out there. It's just whether or not they're coming to you. And so that's why, like I said in the beginning, we focus really heavily on your sphere and on your past clients, because we know that's where your business should really drive. So all that sounds great. How do we help? Why am I here? Okay, well, there's two main things I'm going to be showing you today. The first is American Lifestyle magazine, and the other is Start Healthy magazine. So you might have seen these. I know there's an agent that uses some of these around the office, so you might have seen them there. Here's the scoop between the two magazines. They are the exact same price, quality, layout, exact same thing. The only difference is the content that goes in them. So American Lifestyle is more about the home, design, leisure, arts. Start Healthy, as you probably guessed by the name, all about health and wellness. So getting outdoors, workout tips, eating right, those kinds of things. So whichever one you like better, you can use. You could even switch between the two. It's just whatever you think your clients will resonate with more. So that's why we got a little bit of optionality there. I want to show you how these things look when they are finished. Basically, what you'll see is anywhere that this agent, Stacy Shanner, has her info, that's where we put you. So we got your headshot, contact info, logos, all right there on the front cover. There's about 30 different cover options. If you don't like this, like if you like a nice beef burger, you don't like this meatless mania idea, that's okay. There's plenty of stuff that you could choose from, but you just find something that feels like it's you. And then if I flip open, you'll see there's a little letter right here on the inside of the front cover. For those of you that have been doing this for a while, this is a great spot to put a little personal thank you or check in with your clients. You can even customize that down to different groups or different individuals if you want. You don't have to, but some people like to do that. If you're newer, we have a new agent program. I'm not going to explain all the tips and tricks there, but one of the components of it is to use this as a value proposition for yourself. How long have you been in the area? What are you looking to accomplish for your clients? How, who are you? Help people get to know you more than just a name and a face. That goes a really long way. And I can connect with some of the other new agent points offline just for the sake of time. And then just to fly through the rest of the magazine, you're going to see a couple of these pull-out cards. There's one in the front and then another one in the back. They're going to have all your info. And then a lot of people like to put like a drink mix or recipes or things like that, just because people tend to keep that stuff around. But there's tons of options for what you do with that card. So you can kind of do whatever you want. And then the magazine's really nice. It's 48 pages. So again, I'm going to skip through some of the content here, but just to give you a feel for the quality, the types of things we put inside, we try to keep it broad enough so that no matter who gets it, they'll find something that they like. So this is Start Healthy. You're seeing some things about being active, healthy pets, eating right, so just something that'll stick around the home is the idea there. And then if I skip all the way to the back of the magazine, I just wanted to show you the entire back cover inside and out is yours. So we can do anything you want here. We can do just sold listings. We could do testimonials, updates about the market, tips for first-time home buyers. Again, lots of testimonials, lots of options already laid in there for you that you can choose from. You will have an assistant to help you with this. It's really easy. But the point is we want to produce something that looks great, feels personal, stands out from everything your competition is doing. That really goes a long way. Okay. So that is the magazine. The only other thing I'll say, and then we can get to questions if you have any, this is the hard part about my job. I'll level with you guys. Okay. Follow-up's important. Hopefully you knew that before I started talking. The hard part for me is you have hundreds of ideas on how you do that. The reason I think this one's worth looking at, most of the ideas I hear about fall on one end of the spectrum or the other. Okay, so you've got really thoughtful things, gift baskets, bottles of wine. My agent, actually, I just referred her a handful of my friends. And so she sent me this really nice box. We got 2 kids. It's like a gourmet pancake mix and this fancy syrup and this whole breakfast kit. It's really cool. It must have cost her $40. So those things are cool. But if you try to do that for every client, every quarter, that's a lot of money, time, effort. That's a lot. Most people can't swing that on a consistent basis. Okay. The other end of the spectrum is if your only follow-up that you do is an email blast, postcards, newsletters, a text here and there, I'm not saying you should stop any of those things. But the main reason agents add us on is because of our shelf life. Clients actually like this. We're usually in the home for about 3 to 4 weeks on average before they get rid of us. You can see some of the testimonials here, but the point really is 2 things. This all comes down to 2 things. One, and this is the big one, I think, you stay top of mind. These people should like you. They should be willing to refer you. They're going to forget. And so having something sitting there on the kitchen counter or whatever makes you much more top of mind present. So when real estate comes up, you just don't miss out. You don't slip through the cracks. Okay. The other thing that I think goes in hand with it is you look real good. You look like the agent. Maybe you use this at an open house to make a first impression. you just look like $1 million. You've got your own magazine compared to all the other junk they're getting from other agents. That goes a long way to give them the confidence you're the one for the job. And that's what we want to accomplish for you. So that is the concept. I have, I think, about 2 more slides with some of the pricing info. But I want to pause there and ask any of you who are live with us on Zoom, any questions? What can I answer in terms of how this works, how it's customized, timing, anything? I'm from New Jersey, so I talk quick too. If you need me to repeat stuff, I'm not offended by that. But yeah, hit me with any questions you guys might have.
We just want to know how much it costs.
All right, Judy, I like it. I'm gonna get to that in 1 second. Anybody else?
How much flexibility does the agent have to be able, to change anything inside the magazine?
Great question. So all the spots that I highlighted for you, the front cover and back cover, inside and out, the pull-out cards, we can do whatever you want. The content inside, we don't give you a lot of flexibility because you don't want to have a lot of flexibility. So we basically do that. You don't have to become an editor. We show you everything before it goes out, but that way you're not having to change what's inside. So we do all that. That's preset. The flexibility you'd have there is choosing between the different magazines we offer. But other than that, we're not picking and choosing articles. We kind of make it look great. Been doing it for a while and show you what's going out before it goes out. Yeah, great question.
Beautiful.
What else? Any other questions besides just the cost?
This goes out how often?
Oh yeah, every 2 months. So 6 issues per year. That's the frequency.
Okay.
That way we're not bombarding people, but we are.
So you guys take care of the distribution, right? You're doing the direct mail?
Yep. We'll
mail-
send them directly to the mailing list you provide for us.
And that's to the agent's list, right? The agent's providing you the list of addresses to.
Exactly right. Yep. So you determine where it goes. Typically, we're going to recommend past clients and people in your sphere because statistically, they're the most likely sources where you can get a referral. But you can choose. So you can do whatever you want with that, but we'll mail it directly to them.
What do you recommend for agents that maybe don't have addressable addresses in their database?
Yeah.
Something like RedX or buying a list or something like that, or in a farming area?
So we can find sometimes a lot of these addresses for you. There's a few tips and tricks. One of the simple ones a lot of agents do well with is we can give you a sample of your magazine and we could post that online on your Instagram or your Facebook and just simply say, hey, if anybody wants this, message me, direct message me. I'll get you a copy. You won't get 1 million people, but you'll get a couple dozen that might reach out. We can also do some data capture for you. If you have like a name and a zip code, a lot of times we can find them. So that can be helpful. But the other thing, Steve, is a lot of agents like to get some of these sent to themselves. So they might get a batch of, 20 to 30 of them. There's no date on them. But then a lot of agents will use those at open houses, at listing presentations, if they're door knocking, anywhere you're meeting prospects or new clients. And it's a good first impression piece as well. So you could also do that kind of thing. That goes a long way. Yeah, good question. Anyone else?
So we see the value. I already see the value in this. So I guess the main question is, what will be the cost?
Yeah, let's get to it. How bad are we going to hurt you? Well, there's 2 things that go in the cost. One update I'll mention in there is this targeted follow-up. So I'll show you how this works in a moment. Here's how the breakdown of the pricing works. The activation cost is the only thing that you pay up front. Now, usually it's $299. Our little thank you to you all for letting us interrupt you today. We're dropping that down to $99. So you guys will have that open for about the next week or 2. But that's the only thing you pay up front. What you get with that cost is you have a marketing advisor from my team that does any of the behind the scenes work. So helping you customize, put this thing together, get your headshots in there, that kind of thing. We got a person assigned to you. We also give you exclusive rights of your mailing list. So anywhere you want this to go, they're only allowed to get it from you. They can't get it from anybody else. And that way we look better than most of the stuff that they're used to getting. Okay. Now, the new thing that we include with this is this targeted follow-up system. Essentially, what we're going to do is anybody that you provide that you want to mail to, we're going to run this through some pretty serious data and tell you if any of them look like they might be a buyer or a seller again anytime soon. And that model is we've seen about 71 to 72% accurate. So if we're predicting, hey, these people are going to list, 72% of the time they do within 12 months. So we'll give you that as well, just so you know where you might want to follow up a little bit more. Okay. The only other cost with us is the price per magazine. They're $3.99 per copy. That includes all the custom work, all the printing, the shipping, the delivery, all that's taken care of with that cost directly to the clients. Your minimum is only 50 copies. So you're looking at $3.99 times 50. It's just under $200. And this cost you don't pay until you're actually having us print the magazines out. So that could be in a week, a month, a day, whatever you need. We take care of it then. And one last perk I'll mention here, we always offer a trial. It's not free. You still pay these two costs on your screen, but it's commitment free. So in other words, if you like it, you think you could use a little shot in the arm for the spring market we're getting into, okay, awesome. Try us out, get some feedback, get some momentum, make sure people like it. As long as you're hearing good things and you like this, we have a new one every 2 months. We can keep going. It's really easy to just have on autopilot. If for any reason you didn't want to keep working with us after that, I have my tissues right over there. I will dry my tears. You're free to go. It's all good. All right. But it just gives you a chance where you can see what we've been doing for yourself and then go from there. All right. The only other thing I'm going to encourage you guys with, if you're willing to do a little follow-up once this goes out, I think you'll like it. The clients really do think it's pretty cool their agent does this. But the point for you is now you have a reason to connect with it. You did them a favor, so you can call them or text them. And it's not a cold call, right? You're not just coming out of left field, but you have a reason to connect, listen for what's going on in their life. If they've got questions, if their friends and family have questions about real estate, it gives you an opportunity to hear about those things before somebody else. And we've heard great stories from that. So that is our formula. That's what we do. I have one perk that I'll leave you with when I say goodbye, but I did want to pause again. Any other questions? What else can I clarify for you?
You know, I do have one of the magazines here with me, and this is from one of our agents. Her name is Yvette Cardona, and I believe she's connected with us today, and she loves it. She actually, every time she comes by and she'll just give us one of those copies so we can have it. And I've been looking at it, and the more I see it, the more value I see in this type of magazines. And this is just one of them. She has the American Lifestyle. Yvette, are you there?
Hi, yes, I'm here. How are you?
Good, Yvette. So can you tell us something? What's your feedback on this, your testimonial? What do you do with the magazine?
Okay, well, first of all, here's my free advertisement for Reminder Media, by the way. I do not just love the magazine. I love the people that work for Reminder Media. They follow up with you. They're so friendly. They're so helpful. By the way, the magazines go out whenever you want them to go. They let you know beforehand, hey, here's the date that we need to know if you're going to send out these magazines. So maybe you can push it back. Maybe your budget didn't allow it for whatever month. They're super flexible, super friendly. And I have the list of people that my magazine goes out to. And then I have a bunch that I get and I personally deliver or have in my car. I have my friends absolutely love it. They get the magazine. They take, every time they make me a shout out on Instagram. Hey, I received the magazine. It's beautiful. And I mean, you see the magazine, it's great quality, great content. What I personally do, I switch just very little bit of the letter, because that it allows you to change. So I'll add a little bit of something that they know it came from me, right? Like a little bit of, I don't know, something that I did the week before, the month before, something that, or say a little bit about my family so that they actually do know that it's kind of like personalized and not just, it didn't really come from, they feel like it really came from you. So, I mean, I have nothing but great things to say about it. I think for me, it's been a great branding tool, and I find it so inexpensive for branding purposes, more than for, I guess anything else. And I mean, I don't know if you guys have any other questions for me or.
I personally like what you did. You have a section here when you open it, like Nolan was explaining on the left-hand side, when you open it, it's all your information. But this part right here, to me, this was pretty cool. And this is the personal touch that you can add to your magazine. You have the recipe, right? On this one that I have, you did the lime chicken with cherry tomatoes and potatoes.
Yeah.
I sent it to my wife so she can see if she can do the same thing. It sounds like. And
it sets you apart, he said, I don't know, you're tired of getting the same things from the realtors. This one, actually, they look at, because number one, when you receive the magazine, it's not just, the whatever magazine. I mean, it's a quality magazine. So you feel like you need to open it and see what's in there. And so, 2-3 times in the magazine, they see your face, your name or something, and you bring value to the customer. You're not just, filling up, with a junk. So, that's why I highly, highly, highly recommend it. I love it. And as a matter of fact, I do have, like, when he said that it's exclusive, it is exclusive. Like, I have a dear friend of mine who I try to mail this magazine, and it just doesn't allow me, because I guess there's, there's realtors that already, I guess in the past, had whoever sold this property, I guess, mails magazines or used to. So it's a good point. I mean, at least I know that it is true to the fact that it's exclusive.
Awesome, Yvette. And I want to confirm you weren't a plant. I'm not bribing you to say any of this. I'm
No.
loving what you're saying.
I actually called her and said, hey, man,
That's
Like I
right.
said, free advertisement.
what's your feedback?
And I want to commend you, because if you're listening, what you're doing a great job of is, Yvette, is you're using this in an intentional way. Like you're actually making use of it. You're not just letting it sit on the shelf. You're giving it to people. You're giving it to clients. But it also sounds like you're giving it some personalization without taking a ton of your time. You tweak a few things here and there. Have something set for yourself that doesn't take a ton. So that's our vision. I'm really happy you're seeing such good feedback from it. That's awesome to hear.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And,
So-
and by the way, I can give my 2 cents on this as Steve-O, the marketing guy here. From a marketing perspective, we talk about used to be called omni-channel, or excuse me, multi-channel. Now we call it omni-channel, meaning that you have to create touch points and touch your target audience across multiple channels, both online and offline. So this is a great example of, okay, maybe they're seeing you online, they're seeing you, they're seeing you on social media, you get an email drops, emails becoming harder and harder to get delivered into their inbox. And now they're also seeing you in their mailbox and showing up on their coffee room, their coffee table in their house.
That's
So,
awesome.
Great channel, yeah.
And Steve, I should just mention this. I won't go into detail, but since you mentioned, if you do need some help on the digital space, we got you covered there too. There's several email campaigns we do. We have a social media platform you can.
Oh, you got a digital
jump in
version
on.
of it. Nice.
Yeah. So,
I was about to mention that, by the way. It has great resources that you can, when I go online and and they have so many tools, and it's just sharing it to Facebook, and people actually do like that. A lot of things that I post on Facebook, I don't post as much. I know Steve will go crazy if he's on my Facebook. I don't post a lot, but when I do post, it's usually from, an article from Reminder Media or something that is so easy to post, and it's actually like eye catching. It's one of those times where I get the most, views or, or comments. So it's not just the mailing out. They also have a lot of things that you can share on Facebook, or, or send an email blast or whatever. So.
yeah. So if you have some questions here too, feel free to connect with me offline. That's all good. Any final questions before I wrap up? I don't want to steal you guys too long here. This
Love
has
it.
all
And
been
I'm-
great stuff though. Anybody else? Okay. The context I'll give you is this. It's less than a Hallmark card. All right. So if you're looking for something like that, holler at us. The teaser that I'm going to leave you is with, if there's anybody here, I'll just be real with you. Usually when I share this idea, there's at least a couple people that go, this sounds pretty good. Yvette just made my job a lot easier too. So I'm thinking somebody might like this. So here's the deal. If you are looking at this and you think it might be worth trying, this is all my contact info on the screen. You can email me, you can text me directly, you can call me, you'll get in touch with me. And I'm happy to answer questions offline if you'd rather just connect with me one-on-one. If you're intrigued, something I haggled out of our company president, Luke, about 8 months ago. If you call me, we give you 2 business days. So this is your incentive not to procrastinate. Okay. If you call me either today, it's Friday, or even Monday, leave me a message over the weekend or something, and you want to try this out, you get 15 free magazines. It's about $60 worth of credit just for not sitting on the idea till it hatches, right? Because then I'll never hear from you. So if you're intrigued, get in touch with me, text me, call me, email me. Would love to answer questions. Would love to help you if we can. I'm just going to ask for those of you live, is there anybody here that might want me to take your name down just to connect so we don't slip through the cracks? Anybody want a phone call?
You can go ahead and get mine down. I've actually been thinking about this since I first saw it when Yvette got it, and I thought it was great. And I used to be in printing too, and that magazine really looks legit. It looks very high quality. And
Awesome.
When she told me the price, I was like, nah, I figured it was something else. But now definitely listening to you, I'm set. I want to do it.
Awesome. Look forward to hearing from you then. We'll talk soon. If there's anybody else, I'll hang on the meeting just for a minute or two so you can catch me here. But otherwise, feel free to message me on any of these places on your screen. Take a screenshot. Thank you guys again.
And
for letting
Nolan,
us
can you
jump in.
drop the offer and your contact information in the chat for anyone that might be shy and just want to copy and paste it out of there?
Absolutely, Steve. I'll put all my info there. Yeah, no problem.
Perfect.
Thanks again, everybody. Have a great spring. All right.
Thank you, Nolan. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time. Again, we always trying to figure out ways that we can. The big idea is how to be relevant in front of your audience, in front of your sphere, and we always trying to find what's the best way to do that. That you can always be on top of mind in front of your customers. So this one, that's why I invited Yvette over, because I know she's using it. I know Armando's using it too. I think I have one of his magazines here. And he loves it too. So we already have two people that I know of that are already using it on a constant basis, and they're having great results on that, and they're staying relevant. So we always encourage you to find ways that will help you. Maybe this will be a good opportunity, and we just made an intro for you today. So now with this offer, it sounds really good. So feel free to contact Nolan. Let me see if we put that information in the chat already. But in the meantime, please, if you took a screenshot of his information, give him a call, test him out, see what they have, and how would that be implemented with your business. And the whole point is for you to succeed in this real estate game. With that said, I see that he already put it in the chat. If you want, please feel free to take a screenshot of it. I'm gonna do it myself. Give me a second. Done. I'll share it with all of you. I have some more information that they had shared with me previously throughout the week. I'll share that with everyone as well. So with that said, thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Please don't forget to register for our next event. The next one will be on Monday, on Mindset Monday with me, Dylan Ruido. And you go to, Steve, where do they go?
They're going to go to www.brokernation.events to register for our next one. And before we go to, Daylon's being a little bit modest, I think, but Daylon actually has a book of his own. He's an author, and I dropped that in the chat. It's called The Ultimate Guide to Becoming a Top Producing Agent. This is written specifically for realtors, Miami realtors in particular, right? But really any realtors in the country. We speak directly to, South Florida people, but you can get that where, Daylon? Where would someone go to download that and get a free copy?
Go to www.dylanrubido.com. The link is in the chat. Feel free to go there. If you don't have the book already, get the digital version of it. If you want to learn how, if you're not part of the company yet and you would like to learn more how this guy was put together, how are we helping agents today in our market, and not just this any market, but really throughout Florida, and we're looking to expand really, really soon. So there's a lot of things coming up as we speak. But download the book, learn how to become a top producing agent. If you're not part of the company yet, feel free to reach out to me. If you download the book, all my information is going to be there. If not, you can reach out to me. My phone number is 305-508-9893. That's a Doral branch phone number. Reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to sit down and work on a game plan that's going to help you, the agent, go to the next level. We're in a great market right now. There's a lot of opportunities out there. Besides, all the issues that we're having with finding properties, there's always a way around it. Myself, Armando, we're both active brokers, which means that we're out there, working alongside with you, making sure that what's working, what's not working, and how can we move forward so that everybody in the company can succeed. So feel free to go to www.joinbrokernation.net, and you're going to find more information about the company, how we're expanding, how we're growing, and how we can help you to succeed in the real estate business. All right, Steve, anything else?
I think that's it. Joinbrokernation.net. It's in the chat. If you are a Miami realtor, again, and you're interested in how we do things here at Broker Nation, and you're interested in joining our team in one of our locations, check us out at joinbrokernation.net.
Also, just one last thing. So if you're intrigued, like, okay, what is Broker Nation? Or we do have an extra add-on to the benefits that Broker Nation have, and that is the revenue sharing program. So if you want to know a little bit of what's the revenue sharing program, what it's all about, how does that work, how do agents get compensated, whether you sell a house or not. So you can learn that if you go to joinbrokernation.net. So I highly encourage you to check it out. Or if you know any other agents that might be on the fence that maybe they didn't join today, send it to them. Let them see it. because it's really interesting the way this program works and how you can benefit from this.
So with that, have a great weekend. Have a great Easter weekend, everyone. And to get you off to a great start on Monday, join us on Monday morning at 10 o'clock for Mindset Monday right here. Same place, same bat channel. I'm going to unmute everyone and let's wave goodbye and have a great weekend.
Bye.
All right. See you later, everyone.